5 p.m. Ronnie and Naoma grilled hamburgers, and I have been taping and have just finished what I had written since 2 a.m. this morning when I got up for a smoke. I took another water pill today, but still my feet are swollen a little. I had them elevated on couch. Reds lost again to Astros 3-2 at Riverfront. Heard it on radio. Not too loud. I think I will take respirators soon. It helps open the breathing tubes. I haven't used oxygen since I got up at 5:30.
Flip it over just a minute, Daddy. You're going to feed it there. Lay down.
When I return home in August, Mom and I are going to plan on buying a new car. I will only have 2 payments of $117.41 to pay at bank of Clearwater in full. Get my title to Chevelle from bank, the increase in Social Security, $47.30, and the $27.50 I will receive from Lincoln County will make a total of $192.21. Here, Ronald. Glenn's sister, Cosma McClellan, came home with Vicky. I have taken my respirator. Naoma and family are having a cookout. Hot dogs and hamburgers, all having a good time. Kids in the neighborhood like to visit with Vicky and Ronald Jr. They have many friends, and Ronnie and Naoma enjoy having them come. I have my feet elevated, but feet are still swollen a little. I have taped some played tapes I made of the McCommerce Quartet, Albert Stevens and his group, very good. I wrote Larry and Diana and Dale a letter. I'd like to see them. Glad they're okay. Told them to check on Mom. Feet still swollen some, though I've had feet elevated all day. Nuts may be because they were salty. I will not eat any more of them. Naoma and Ronnie watching TV. Kids all out playing. It has been cloudy and cool all day. This is the 4th of July. Ronnie's heat pump does a real good job, air conditioning in summer and heats in winter. Cost him about $3,000, but in 15 years will pay for itself. July the 5th, 5:50 a.m., up in the den, riding. I slept well again last night, 2.5 liters per minute. Ronnie changed me over to the new H tank when I went to bed last night. The other tank only had about 2 or 3 hours in it. I was up only one time last night. My feet are back to normal. I'll stay away from salty foods today. Ronnie and family sleeping at 6 a.m. I'm expecting pictures from RX store this morning. Jimmy called and said he'd be up Sunday about 2 p.m. to get me, and I think he's bringing his camper to Ronnie's for Ronnie to repair. Jamie is coming with him. I think they're going to eat supper with Ronnie about 5 or 6 o'clock. I feel pretty good this morning. This is Thursday, July 5th. I just about have my throat and head clear. I wrote Larry and family last night. I miss all of them, especially Dale. He's a doll. He loves his Papa. Papa is going to find something to take him home when I go home. 6:45. I am now writing for tapes. Wrote a list of what I'll take on my visit with Ward and Hilda July the 10th. 7:05. Just wrote letter to Sam Harshberger, St. Pete, Florida, one of my best friends. Visited me at the hospital at least once or twice a week. He has a Renault, and I asked him what he thought of it. Maybe about November, Mom and I might buy a smaller car. July 5. I have just finished a bacon sandwich on toast, bowl of frosted flakes with bananas, coffee, very good. Ronnie and Naomi have gone uptown to the bank, said he might go over into a high and buy me a tape caddy and grapefruit at Kroger's. I'll use one caddy for tapes I have made and will take home. The other caddy will be for tapes I am now making and the ones I want to play. I'll also keep my blank tapes in the caddy too. I wrote a 4-page letter to Granny Skeens, Elsie and Cindy, and Carl and Heck. I haven't heard from them for a long time. It looks beautiful out today. I have taped my writings up to 7 a.m., July 5. I put Mom's letter on tape. It was a beautiful letter, and I was so glad to hear from her. She sent pictures or photos for each one of my kids that were taken at home in Clearwater. They're pretty good. We'll get pictures at Kmart later this week and mail them to me, she said. She has been to the beach with Diana and Dale for about 2 hours. Hope she goes often. She is the best. I love her dearly. She said Greg was okay, going to work, and then to the beach. Thursday, July 5, 8:45. She said Cynthia had cut her hair. Cynthia is a fine lady, and I think she's been good for Greg. I think she likes him too. She seems to like Mom and me. Vicki has got up and is watching TV. Ronald Jr. is sleeping. I'm taking my pills and water pill. We'll take respirator when Naomi returns. Try and keep swelling down in my feet. I fell asleep for about 2 hours. Ronnie and Naomi have returned from store. He bought me a tape caddy, which was $3.95 from Radio Shack. He bought grapefruit at Kroger's. I have taken my pills and water pill, and I took my respirator. Feel pretty good. I have organized my tapes. One box with tapes I no longer need now, but will take home. The other caddy has tapes of present time. My stay at Chuck's, trip to Huntington, trip to Ronnie's, Sunday evening, trip to Charleston, and General's, happening at Ronnie's, the 4th of July. Also tapes of the McComas Quartet and Albert Stevens and his group. I want to take them to Ward and Hildred's next week. I taped Mom's letter. I just about everything that has gone on since I came to Ronnie's last Sunday. I have napped 2 or 3 times this afternoon. It is 70 degrees here, cool for July. Ronnie is eating or grabbing his potatoes. Real nice ones. He planted 50 pounds and said he'd have plenty. Last year he planted 100 pounds and they must have rotted. Didn't get any. The onions this year are real nice. Beans coming on and tomatoes set around his house have nice green ones on them. I have stayed on couch all afternoon. Feet are back to normal. I have had feet elevated all afternoon. I'll take water pill tomorrow to try to reduce all swelling. Hope I have a good night's sleep again. Ronnie is dozing. Naomi and Vicki have gone to bed. Ronnie is worn out. I'll go to bed as soon as the game is over. 10 p.m. This has been a beautiful day, cool, 70 degrees most afternoon. I have napped, snacked all afternoon. I miss my wife and Greg, but know they're okay. My wife is the best. I love her dearly. She's very good to me. Last of the 9th, 2 down, Cedeno at bat. 1 man on first. Ground out to Morgan. The Reds win over the Astros 5-4. Winning pitcher Seaver, losing pitcher Richards. Reds versus Pittsburgh tomorrow night. 3:30 up for a smoke. Feel good. Slept okay. 7 a.m. Up and feeling okay. Feet back to normal. Slept well. This is Friday, July 6th. Slept well. Only up 1 time last night for a short while. Ronnie and family sleeping. I want Ronnie to shave me this morning. I may go to All-Star practice with Ronnie this morning at 9 a.m. He is the coach and they play in district a week from Saturday at Point Pleasant. Ronnie's men's team play in district at Point Pleasant Saturday tomorrow at 2 p.m. If they win, he said he thought they would go to regional at Chapmansville, and the winner there goes to state. He pitches. Ronnie has just got up and taking a shower. He got me a cup of coffee. I am now listening to the McComas Quartet. It broke, and I will have to make a tape again. Ronnie has been to the post office. I didn't get any mail, but I thought I'd get pictures from the prescription center. Neoma took pictures of Ronnie and Junior, two of them. They've gone to practice. I am now remaking the tape for the McComas Quartet and Albert Stevens group. The cheap tape broke. Now putting on good tape to Keith. Friday, July 6, 9:10. Feeling okay. Took respirator. I am now making tapes. Neoma took letter to Inez for me. I called Eastern Airlines in Chicago for information on the cost of one plane flight from Chicago to Tampa one way. The regular cost is $118. The senior citizen cost is $79, a saving of $39. It takes about 3 hours. You leave Chicago at 8:45, you get to Tampa at 12:06. Wheelchair assistance. Information above, very good. Senior citizen discount, price $79, save $39. But I must call the day before or July 27th and make reservation to get the senior citizen discount. July 6th. I will call from Cliffs July 27th after staying with him a week and make reservation for flight to Tampa at 8:45 a.m. July 28, arrive in Tampa at 12:06. Wheelchair assistance, senior citizen discount. That will be 35 days for me. I left Tampa June 24th, flew to Charleston, West Virginia, stayed a week with Chuck and Phyllis in Huntington, West Virginia. 1 week with Ronnie and Neoma at Gallipolis Ferry. 1 week with Jimmy in Huntington. 1 week with Chris and Karen in Wheelersburg, Ohio. Then 1 week with Cliff and Peggy at Crown Point, Indiana. On the 28th, I will fly by Eastern, direct flight to Tampa, a 3-hour flight. Leave Chicago at 8:45 a.m., arrive Tampa 12:06. Wheelchair assistance, senior citizen discount. Regular price $118. One way, senior citizen price $79. A savings of $39. I am anxious to be back with my wife and Greg in Clearwater, Florida. I miss them very much. They were real good to agree for me to take this trip. They know how I love West Virginia. Friday, July 6th. I called Phyllis and asked her to go to Sears and buy me a new cassette recorder with mic. Uses battery or electric, on sale for $34.95. Regular $39.95. I have the money and will pay her back when I go to Jimmy's. My tape recorder is old. I bought it through the school from Mr. Tabor. It used batteries, but that part has corroded and I can only use it on electric. It is all gummed up and has ruined some good tapes I had made. Naomi said if she went to Kroger's this evening, she'd go to Radio Shack and get a cassette cleaning kit. It costs about $1 to clean posts on my old recorder. I can use it in an emergency. I have my feet elevated. Feet are almost back to normal. I want to go to Ronnies men's game district at Point Pleasant Saturday afternoon at 2 p.m. He pitches and is a good one too and likes to play. 2 slices of toast, butter and coffee, my snack. My feet are still elevated and almost back to normal. Naomi is going to check at Kroger for 14-ounce Maxwell House coffee.